Pisces. Let's see what's coming in for you. So as soon as I pressed play, I heard the wait was not punishment. It was preparation. Doors are opening for you. Okay, so that could have been, you could have felt backstabbed by a lover. That could be for some of you. And the universe could be saying, listen, that wasn't punishment. That was preparing you. And it might not have felt that way, but we promise you there's a reason for that season. I am saying that they want you to keep a positive mindset and that you are manifesting exactly what you want. There could be people coming towards you who are going to reflect wounds that you have inside of you for you to go into a moment of introspection, so then you can continue to be grateful and you can continue to have a positive mindset. So here's an example. If you're really negative, you might notice that a lot of people around you are going to be negative. If you're self-conscious and in your mind you're always consumed with weight, you might notice that there's going to be people around you constantly speaking about weight, whether it's someone gaining, someone losing. That's what I'm saying here. And that might show you that there's wounds inside of you that you need to reflect on, acknowledge, work on, and let go, okay? What was this wait for? What were they preparing you for? They were preparing for you to make a decision. Yeah. You're going to be recognized here in your near future. Having to recognize what's best for you. You know what I'm getting? I don't know if this is love, if this is career, if this is multiple avenues, but what I'm getting is that you're going to have a lot of choices here coming up. And the old you would have chose wrong. The old you would have sabotaged. The old you would have been quick to go rebuild something when you had done recognize that maybe these people thought that they were better than you or that they had something to gain, and it was strictly that. Pisces, there's an energy here of you being the kind of person where you would go above and beyond for people who would not go above and beyond for you. You're the life of the party. But because you are always so persistent in trying to make others smile and trying to make others feel what you wish people would have you feeling, you have the tendency to go above and beyond for people who don't deserve it. What they're showing me is the actor. I think his name was Robin. I don't remember his last name. The one who committed suicide. And he was extremely happy. At least you would think that if you've seen him from the outside looking in. But what you realize is that usually the broken souls, the people who feel the loneliest on the inside, want nothing more than for no one else to have to feel that feeling. So they'll be class clowns. They'll be funny. They'll get into comedy. They'll get into something that makes people feel something soothing and amazing. So musicians, the music that they're able to make, the heartbreak that they can have you feeling in a song is like something that some of us only experience in private. Yet here they are putting their life on the line, putting their life out in the open for all of us to see what they've been through. That's what I'm getting here. And I'm getting, for maybe too long, you've been the kind of person where you would repeat a cycle and try to fix something that shouldn't have been fixed. You would have seen success and victory in something that was very unconventional or something that would have just strung you along and never really gave you what you wanted. So everything that you've been going through, people coming towards you that mirror you, who were triggering you on a deeper level and you didn't understand, why do I keep attracting the same friends? Why do I keep attracting these crappy lovers? Why do I keep getting these careers who take advantage of me and think that just because I can do it, I will do it? Well, one of the reasons why is because you had the tendency to sabotage. And they needed you to quit doing that. They needed you to start making the decisions to go towards things where you were being recognized, where not only you seen success and victory, but where you would get it. I feel like for some of you, you felt that it was selfish for you to want success and victory. It's like, what the energy I'm getting is, Danielle, I was taught that wanting what was best for me is selfish. I was taught that making sure that I eat first is selfish. So it feels abnormal for me to want to eat first. It feels abnormal for me to put myself first, to make sure that I'm getting what I need. Some of you have felt for far too long that that's been selfish behavior. And what you're learning is that that's not selfish. The reason you've been taught that is because the people who taught you that or told you that, whether it was family, friends, lovers, strangers, they wanted something to gain. Sadly, the world is big on you being a giver. They want you to be a giver. They want you to be the kind of person where you will put people above yourself, before yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at what cost are you going to quit doing that? At what point do you go, okay, enough's enough? I'm only giving until I start seeing something coming back. I expect equal or I expect nothing at all. And for far too long, you had been willing to sabotage even if there was a sense of like curiosity or fun. You would get carried away. And that really, again, made the universe see, you know what, Pisces needs to go through a moment of introspection. They need to work on the issues that they're going through repetitively, because we want them to be able to have something better. We want them to be able to have something emotionally fulfilling. We want them to be able to see that sometimes the things that are the funnest might not be the healthiest. Give me more. For the wait wasn't preparation, or the wait wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Yeah, there's something here about you getting confident, independent, abundant, stable, making choices that you once would have felt was unwise, you're now seeing as balanced decisions. See, that's what I'm saying. There's something here about people, a family group, this could be a friend. Someone here told you that it was not fair, or okay, how do I say this? Someone here, whether this was an ex-lover, a family member that could have been jealous of you, maybe this was a mom or a dad who was very toxic, someone here made you always feel like no matter what choice you made, no matter what you felt was true, that it was never either enough or that it was never correct. So for a while, Pisces, you had to go through a lot of things that were very unconventional. You got stuck in situations where people didn't understand how you got stuck in that. You were able to be manipulated in situations where people were like, wait, you don't see through that? Because these unconventional situations made you see, not only did you have a lot of options on what you were doing, how you could deal with it, how you could get yourself out of it, but that you also had the tendency to sabotage and put yourself in situations that weren't good for you, or situations you knew you wouldn't thrive in, or that you wouldn't have really gained the recognition or success in, simply because you were told that it either wasn't for you, or that you felt like you were too good, or that you were better than people. There's just something here about you being like, but I don't want to be that egotistical person. I don't want to be that person who's always taking and not giving. I don't know what the hell I'm bringing in, but I definitely feel like you are recognizing that it's okay for you to show up in a different way. And there's something here about you bringing in logic, you bringing in truth around what you want and what you expect. You have a lot of doorways opening up for you. These could be love offers. These could be people recognizing you, seeing you differently. A lot of people could be seeing you as a leader. What I just seen was Alvin, off Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, Alvin and the Chipmunks, he is rambunctious. He is funny. He is the head of the group. I would even say that he could be people's favorite. He tends to be the showstopper. He tends to be the one that comes in and people automatically look at or notice because of the way that he shows up. So a lot of people could be seeing you as that kind of person, the kind of person where you've learned yourself, you've got to know yourself. And these might even be people who see you as someone that once was not the healthiest, but now they could be seeing that you've really worked on yourself and that you have changed, you evolved. So these people could now be putting you on kind of a pedestal. These could be people who used to not want to date you. Now they're like, fuck, I wish I could date you. Have you ever, like when you're in high school and they're like, nah, you're a nerd, I can't date you. Nah, you ugly, I can't date you. Nah, you're not on the cheerleading team, I can't date you. Nah, you ain't a football player. You're a book nerd, I can't date you. I can't be seen with you. But maybe when you hit your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, all of a sudden, they look at you and they're like, man, you've aged well. Oh my God, you're looking so good. Wow, I ain't seen you in forever. How have you been? And you're like, yeah, you didn't have this much interest in me a long time ago. But now you do. That's what I'm saying here. But all of those trials and tribulations could have been to make you authentically yourself. It didn't matter who accepted you. It didn't matter who liked you then, who likes you now. It only matters that you know who you are, you know what you stand for, and that you are connected with your higher self because you've done the damn work. So you could have a lot of people who once didn't want to be around you, didn't want to entertain you, didn't want to speak to you, who recognize you now, who see you as something that's victorious, you're successful. I don't know why, but they keep showing me someone in high school who is kind of like wallpaper. We all know those people in high school where you know them, but you didn't know them, and they were kind of an introvert. But then when they get older, they might become a sensation. They might become a star. They might become a lawyer, and then all of a sudden, the people who were maybe mean to them need a lawyer. That's what I'm saying here. I'm saying that you could be in that predicament in your life where you didn't understand why you always got pushed to the side, why nobody wanted to date you in high school because you were the weird kid. But now these people could be giving you attention. Now these people could be seeing you as someone who's successful. You're victorious. They're seeing you through different eyes, and they're kind of even putting you on a pedestal. Well, you know so-and-so, yeah, Chad, you remember how he was a nerd in school and we always joked we could break him in half? Have you seen him lately? Oh my God, he's a hunk. Don't even look like him anymore. That's what I'm saying here. Okay? I am saying that someone here could have not accepted your love offer, and that could have been protecting you from something you didn't need to go through. That person could be thinking about you and how they made an unwise choice, either not to accept your love, not to stay with you. They did something. They made an unwise choice. They either started a fight for you to break up with them. They started pulling away. They made an unwise choice and put you in competition. This could have been that lover that cheated on you and that was your last straw. They could now lay in bed at night and think that was a dumb choice. I should have never cheated on so-and-so. They're successful. They're victorious. They're happy as hell. Imagine what we could be if we were together right now. And this person could be really doing a lot of self-reflection around the fact that they have grief. They have grief for who they used to be and what you had to deal with. They have grief around the fact that they had to put you through that hell for them to grow into the version of themselves they are today. Sometimes growth is not easy. And whatever this person did to you, that is what made them temper the sides of them that were not good, that were not necessary. So if they cheated on you, whatever took place, them losing you was enough for them to never do that again. But sometimes when you make those unwise choices, you can't get those people back. That's what I'm saying here. So someone either didn't accept your love offer and they're now looking back and thinking that was a dumb choice, or this is someone that once had you and f***ed it up, and now they look back and all they do is think about, I wish I was laying next to so-and-so. I wish I had so-and-so. Now, if this is someone who didn't accept your love offer, this is someone who was conflicted on what balance looked like in their life. They could have not accepted your love offer because they just wanted something minimal. They didn't want something to last too long. They weren't ready for all of the things that you were ready for. But now that they look back, they look at you as someone where you have this very positive mindset. You're the kind of person where you're a hard worker. And they're now looking back and recognizing that maybe it wasn't you, that it was them. What do I mean by that? Sometimes when we reject someone, we'll say, well, I'm rejecting them because I don't want to be with them. I'm rejecting them because they're too needy. I'm rejecting them because But then after a few years, we'll look back and go, I rejected them because I was emotionally unavailable. I rejected them because they wanted everything and that scared the hell out of me. So at one point, if this person didn't accept your love offer, if they did something really shady to you, they could have wanted to blame you. But now they look back and go, but wait, I was the problem. I was the snake in the grass. I was the one starting fights because I wanted you to break up with me so I could go do whatever I wanted, but it wasn't cheating. That's what I'm saying. This could be someone who wants to talk to you about the fact that they didn't accept your love offer or whatever they did in the past. But their ego could also be telling them not to do it. So this could be someone who's having a lot of grief and shame and sadness and regrets. But their ego could be saying, but don't go tell them that. Don't be letting them know that you feel bad. But again, what they're wanting you to know is, listen, everything you've went through was for a reason. You've got nothing but success and victory coming your way. The people who have been mean to you, guess what? They're going to be working for you now. The people who were so mean to you 25 years ago, guess what? You're going to be taking care of their kids now, their most prized possession. You got to be careful who you fuck over. You got to be careful who you're mean to, and you got to be careful who you step on. Because what I've learned in this lifetime is the people that you are the meanest to might end up being the judge in your case in a few years. The people that you reject and go, ooh, he's ugly, I don't want to be with him. He might be the coach for your kids in high school. And guess what? He's going to be the reason your kids play or they don't. You got to be careful who you fuck over. And the universe just wants you to know that there's been a lot of people around you who have maybe been mean or made unwise choices. And you for a while didn't understand why those things were happening to you. Why am I being bullied? Why is it every guy I'm with treats me like crap and then goes and gets married and seems like they have this great life? It's got to be me. Why is it every girl I give my heart to tells me I'm not enough? It's got to be me. But what you've not seen is that the weight, all of this that you've been through has not been punishment. It's been preparation for exactly the next season of your life you're about to go through. The kind of season where you're going to be humble because you know what it feels like to be kicked to the ground and stomped on. The next season of your life where you're going to be a giver because you know what it feels like to give and people just take, and take. You're the kind of soul this world needs, Pisces. You're the kind of person where you can brighten up people's day. And I think the universe just wants you to know that they didn't do it for you to be different, for you to give up. They did it for you to see that you can go through all kinds of things, good, bad, ugly, and that shouldn't shake your faith and who you truly are at your core. And who you are at your core is you're a grateful person, you're a kind person, you're a loving person, you're a happy person. And they just want you to know that everything that you've prepared for, you didn't go to battle for no reason, you didn't go to war for no reason, you ain't been running on the treadmill for 3 miles for no reason. All of that's about to be put to use and you're about to see it. You're about to be recognized through eyes where it might even be overwhelming for you. If you don't do well with attention, be careful because here coming up, I think you're going to be getting a lot of attention. Even if you're in a relationship, we're talking about people at the store complimenting you. Oh my God, my son looks a lot like you. How do you get your muscles like that? I want him to be dedicated like you. You're going to get a lot of recognition where maybe once before you didn't get that kind of recognition. And if you're not used to it, it might feel uneasy. But Spirit wants you to kind of lean into it and recognize that this is what you've prepared for. We have prepared you for the spotlight, for this type of love, for this type of attention, for you to be put on a pedestal, for people to understand this is how you act when you're being viewed in this way. What does that make me think of? I think here coming up, you're going to recognize that there's a lot of people who look up to you. And I think you're not going to take that lightly. And I think, again, Spirit is saying, listen, everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. We didn't punish you because you're a bad person. We didn't put you through hell because you're a bad person or because you didn't deserve more. We did it because you're going to be a guiding light for people who might need advice, who might need reassurance, who might need guidance. And we know that you're very humble, you're kind, you're loving, you're compassionate. And that if anyone can go through hell and still say, listen, if I can do it, you can do it, but it's okay, you're allowed to be scared, it's you. That's why we gave you this battle. That's what I'm saying. So buckle up. You're about to have a lot of success. Doors are opening up for you in more ways than one. So I'm going to leave it here. Have a blessed day.